vulnerability management, and I have good experience, or my strength is analyzing logs from various sources like uh, firewall, proxy, WAF, IPS, web server logs, database logs, etc. So at this point of time, I'm looking for a career growth and started looking for opportunities outside Accenture. So that is something about myself. 4 years. My experience is majorly on the EDR module in CrowdStrike Falcon. So I have the real-time response access as well. I can like mainly I will see the detections. In the detection, I will take action. I will see true positive or false positive. I'll check the process tree, disk side operation, network side operation, and then take an action. So I can initiate an RTR shell where I can one-click network contain shell into the system, undo the actions done by attacker, and remove from isolation. Apart from that, disabling a user account, enabling a user account, these all activities also I can perform. I can deploy the Falcon sensor agents on the endpoints as well, Windows or Linux also. Like if there are few things we are doing manually, because we do it on more number of machines in the environment, we use SIEM, Intune, JAMF, depending upon the operating system we'll use to push the things. That is done by infra team. My work is to check that every agent is up and running. There is no communication break between the sensor and the CrowdStrike console, and those sort of things I'll be validating.
Okay. What type of endpoint threats have you most commonly investigated in your current role?
Endpoint threats, malware detected, malicious file detected, malicious process detected, means fileless attacks. I have seen fileless worm, fileless ransomware, um, like malicious commands being executed on the PowerShell, and yeah, endpoint related these majorly. Related to these, we have other anomaly based, like anonymous sign-in, anomalous sign-in location, unfamiliar sign-in property, impossible travel activities, brute force attack, port scanning, phishing email detected. These all types of use cases are there.
Okay. How do you differentiate between true positive and false positive in EDR alerts?
Uh, so any alert, I will check the parameters. So I will follow the incident handling process. So first thing is identification. So in identification phase, I will see the source IP, host name, file path, command line, action taken by the EDR, file is still present or quarantined, what is the parent process, child process, disk side operation, network side operations. And so these all parameters in the identification phase only will help me understand it is true positive or false positive. Means, for example, the malicious PowerShell script executed is the alert. I will see the process tree. If I see user init.exe, PowerShell, I mean explorer.exe, PowerShell.exe. Under PowerShell.exe, you will have the source process command line and source process command hash of that command line. So that command line I want to see upon execution what it has done. More in the disk side means register entry created for persistence, schedule task created for persistence, any new files have been downloaded, like RDP, SSH ports are being utilized for network operation, mean lateral movement is there. What all TTPs are being mapped in that thing. Mostly EDR alerts, 95% all are false positive, but the remaining 5% they will be true positives also. Genuine cases means in that case we will see what is source of infection. Means user clicked on malicious link in phishing email, user accessed a malicious website and copied some malicious code, a pen drive is injected into the system. So like that, source of infection will find and do the root cause analysis and do the blocking to prevent from happening again.
Okay. Can you let me know the key differences between CrowdStrike Falcon and Microsoft Defender for endpoint from an investigative perspective?
Because I worked on both of them, I don't see any much difference actually. Endpoint for endpoint perspective means defender for endpoint MDE. Like that, we have various other things. Means we are in Azure environment. Defender for cloud apps, defender for identity, defender for servers, defender for endpoint. All these are in the defender XDR stack. So it has the capability to relate all other things, identity based, cloud based, all other user activity based, Office 365 application based, emails, URL click events, Teams, everything that it is actually checking. So that is more comprehensive if we have the Azure environment. CrowdStrike Falcon also have that identity. CrowdStrike identity is there, Overwatch for vulnerabilities, endpoint encryption is there. So various other things are there in Falcon also. But as I used only an EDR capability, I'm EDR wise, both are same. We have the network containment option, live response. We call live response in Defender. We call real time response RTR in Falcon. But functionality will remain the same actually. Both are integrated with MITRE TTPs. Both have the process tree. Everything is similar. But detection, process tree, everything clarity wise, different. CrowdStrike is market leader actually. It's very, very clear compared to Defender.
Okay. How do you blacklist IOCs in CrowdStrike Falcon?
Yeah, like in the settings, we can go to exceptions, exclusions. There we can select a particular blacklist. We need to select an entity, IP, URL, host name, FQDN, whatever it is, hash value, command line, file name, file path, extension, anything we can take. Then we will go to there. Once we need to select allow or block. If we select allow, for how much time? For block, how much time? For allow, it's usually 3 months to 6 months. For block, we can do infinite block. So we need to select that and save the settings.
Okay. What KPIs best demonstrate EDR effectiveness?
Sorry, what KPIs best to demonstrate EDR effectiveness?
Yes.
Right? Keep KPI, key performance indicator. Okay. So I think the amount of detections it is doing, the number of less number of false positives detection, detecting true positives very quickly. What we say that MTTD reduce that MTTD should be very much reduced with a solution like EDR and MTTR. So after that, how quickly it is responding also to the threat, MTTD, MTTR, false positive count reduction, accuracy of detection, and the what all platforms we can deploy, like Windows, Mac, Linux, these all we can deploy. So these kind of things, I think I am really not sure to how to answer it.
Okay. Fine. No issues. How do you present endpoint security posture to CXO level stakeholders?
Yeah, so we will show the coverage. All the endpoints are having the Falcon agent. All of them have recently contacted the Falcon console. If something is reduced functionality mode or last 7 days log is not received, so either those devices are idle or something. So those also we need to call out in our report. So that's why this communication is break, but rest everything is running and healthy. How many alerts got detected? How many were true positive, false positive, severity, high, critical, medium, low, and after that, what fine tuning we have done from our end, what threat hunts we are performed using the CrowdStrike Falcon interrogate option. These all things we can put it in the report.
Okay. How do you create and maintain SOPs and runbooks for EDR operations?
Yeah, like whatever process we are following, the same thing we will put in the SOP document. So usually first we need to create an SOP. In the SOP, we need to call other processes or knowledge base articles or anything. That links also we will put in the SOP. Once SOP is approved by the team leader or manager, excuse me,
Yes.
approved by team leader or manager, then only we will start the actual activity. So documentation is the top priority for us. Everything should be documented and approved. Only then we will go into production.
Have you supported any compliance audits, ISO or SOC 2, etc., related to endpoint
Yes, yes.
security?
Not specifically to endpoint security, but overall audit readiness. So when I asked what is the task which we are performing, means we are taking screenshots with current timestamp and we are providing depending on requirements. We are searching in the SIM tool for the logs and providing. So when I asked what is this activity, they mentioned it is audit readiness. So supporting the audit readiness I am doing, means SOC 2, GDPR, ISO 27001. Recently we had IRAP. IRAP is for Australian audit. So they will give us a particular control name, ISM number, and they will ask for this particular screenshot, either configuration screenshot, log details, log extract, or things like that. We will be providing to the internal auditing team. They will store it in a SharePoint site, and they are directly contacting the external auditors like KPMG and all.
Okay. Have you integrated CrowdStrike with any SOAR platforms?
No, I did not do it actually. I didn't get that opportunity, but I just have theoretical understanding how to do it.
Okay. Which EDR task do you think you should be automated first and why?
Um, which EDR task should be automated?
Yeah, should you think it has to be automated?
So because EDR is not depending upon the alerts or the logics, it is a dynamic analysis tool. Continuously, it is performing the scan. So near real time, at the time of action, immediately will detect the alert. So it is not only next generation antivirus. It has user and entity behavior analytics, sensor based machine learning, a bit of artificial intelligence and everything. So it is not only looking for physical hashes, but fileless hashes and process service running in the memory, behavioral deviation and all, right. So it is prone to create number of false positives. It will also suspect the uh, genuine things, true positive, false positive things also. So when that false positive scenario is occurring multiple times, it can auto close this particular incident. So those sort of things I can suggest for automation.
Okay. Uh, if a Falcon alert shows suspicious PowerShell execution, how would you investigate?
Yeah, first I will check the parent source IP, host name, the process tree. So for example, userinit.exe, explorer.exe, PowerShell.exe. Under PowerShell, there will be a suspicious command line over there. So that command line process hash I will collect and check for reputation. And then I also will decode upon execution of this PowerShell script what has happened. So that I can check from the disk and network operation section in the EDR itself. On the disk side, like persistence, lateral movement, defense evasion, what things have happened, registry entry, DLL file creation, schedule task creation, etc. Network side, internal, external, inbound, outbound traffics creation, DNS calls creation. So if it is contacting malicious websites, if it created a startup registry entry, uh, for persistence, this is definitely a malicious process. Immediately we want to kill the parent process, and if required we'll block that source parent process hash from execution again. So that like that we will do it. And finally we'll see what is the source of infection. Is it user downloaded some PowerShell script, or user executed some clicked on a malicious URL or something, depending upon the root cause, we will eliminate that also.
Okay. How would you respond to a zero-day endpoint attack?
So 0-day attack happened means it should be like related to a 0-day vulnerability. So if the 0-day vulnerability is identified, immediately we'll take the action. We'll ask our team to patch the vulnerability. Before they do the patching, uh, there should be a workaround. For example, it will take 7 days to patch. Before that, we need to do the workaround. Means we will, if that is only attack can happen only if it is exposed to internet. Immediately, we'll remove that from internet so that the attack cannot happen. So that is like a simple workaround, for example. So that all proactively we'll do. If that is not done, then the 0-day attack can happen. So we will see like what is being impacted. So we will do the IP address blocking, DNS blocking, geofencing, and like limiting the usage, disabling unwanted accesses. These all we will do to make sure the threat is like reduced. If not completely eliminated, the threat progression is stopped. Once the patching is complete, immediately we will return back to our original state. So like this, we will work on it.
Okay. What steps would you take if Falcon goes partially blind on multiple endpoints?
So I will check all those sensors if these are in reduced functionality mode or if they are working properly. Means when was the last communication happened. So I need to get the log file from each of those things to find out the errors which are there. If I want to create a support ticket with the Falcon team, I need that log file to submit over there. So any screenshots, etc. But basic troubleshoot I will already do to eliminate any duplicate GUID issue, the latest version of Falcon sensor is running or not, that compatible operating system version agent is deployed there or not, any firewall rule is blocking the traffic between the sensors and the agents and the console or not. These kind of things I will be checking.
Okay. If an executive laptop is flagged or malware for malware, okay, what are your immediate actions?
Yeah, so because it is executive, the main thing is I don't want to disrupt any functionality. Immediately, I will from my console side only, I will try to delete that file, run a full scan on the system. If possible, if there is an assistant to the executive, we'll ask them to delete the browser cache, temp folders, remove any potential environment applications, and we'll run a full scan from our CrowdStrike console. And if the scan summary is clean, then it is fine. If the again malware is coming, then we need to inform this to the executive and we need to re-image his system.
Okay. How do you handle pressure during a high impact security incident?
So yeah, actually, whenever the high severity incident is there, usually it will be a pressureful situation. So I will try to, because it happens multiple times, habituated to it. So I'll follow the basics. First, what I need. Second, what I need to do. How to respond. How to inform the user stakeholders. So these all because if I know the process what to do and I'm aware of that alert, I can do it. It is critical P1 or major or anything. If it is a new one only altogether, then I'll be under some pressure because I don't know how to proceed with that. Then I will escalate.
Got it. Can you describe a time you prevented a major incident through proactive tuning?
Um, no, nothing like that.
Okay. A critical application is triggering repeated EDR alerts. How do you handle it?
So, so we need to make sure that is suppressed or excluded from creation of any sort of incidents because it's a critical application and it is executing. Majorly, why the alert will trigger is that critical application will execute behavior related to any MITRE tactics, techniques, and procedures that it will map and it will trigger the alerts. So we'll exclude that application from CrowdStrike console. So it won't detect any unwanted things, or at least which are making more noise. Only those things, those conditions will put and will suppress that alert.
Fine. Good. I'm done with the interview. Any questions?
Okay. Nothing specific, sir. So just wanted to understand from your words, like what is the expectation from this role, or how a day will look like, so that if you gave me the opportunity, I can brush up myself.
Actually, that knowledge which you are having is good enough to this role.
Okay. Okay.
That's it.
Great. Great to hear that. Yeah.
Thank you.